morning, boys. Welcome back to my channel. When I get a comment on Social Galactic or some other platform asking me my thoughts on something, I tend to want to make a video about it so that we can all benefit and discuss. And I did see this article pop up about 10 days ago on Roosh's Twitter. I highly recommend you follow him on Twitter. He is actually on Social Galactic as well. I don't think he actually posts much, but I'll be sure to tag him in the link to this video. And he wrote this interesting article, Most Relationships Built Using Game Will Fail. Let's read through it. I occasionally hear men exclaim how they successfully used game to find a beautiful girlfriend or loving foreign bride. They didn't need God at all to land her, but a set of social skills they learned from a book or merely the ability to purchase a ticket to Thailand and now intend to live happily ever after. First of all, I just want to focus on this right here. Roosh is, it's funny how his path and my path have sort of been very similar in the last few years, and I wasn't even following Roosh, to be honest. I've stumbled upon the Red Pill subreddit back in 2013 after getting out of a very long, abusive, blue-pilled lifestyle and relationship. Found out about the 3 R's, as they called him back then, Rolo, Roosh, and I think Royce. These guys were basically the 3 prophets of the Red Pill. You read all their stuff, you learned all their tactics, you learned their strategies and their knowledge. And that was kind of how you graduated to the next level of being a red-pilled man. Roosh at the time was not Christian, or at least not being into his religion, and he was releasing really good pickup books. I actually owned Bang. It's this little black book with white text called Bang, and it's no longer available for sale, and I've been like digging through boxes to see if I can find it because I'm sure some people would love to get their hands on it, but I can't find it. Anyway, Roosh has basically said, F all that, I was wrong to be, banging sluts, I was wrong to be picking up women, and he has gone full-blown Orthodox Christian. I mean, you can look at him now. He looks straight up like like an Orthodox preacher would look like with his hair and his beard. Very cool, Roosh. But anyway, he writes, while a few secular men will hit the lottery and get lucky with relationships, most will find that theories of attraction in game are nowhere near enough to create and maintain a lifelong bond. Game is a secular tool, and therefore any women you get from it will also be secular. So true, let me say. The more that game worked on your women, the more secular she is, and if you successfully used game on a self-described Christian woman, she may need to examine her faith. Agreed. All secular unions that involve game or physical attraction are transactional, driven by temporary feelings of happiness, pleasure, and pride. Yep. What do they call that in the women? The tingles. If you're able to give her the tingles, what happens when those tingles go away? The relationship, what's the point of it? It needs to be built on the love of God, the love of family, and the love of honor. And a woman's place in the family is that beside her man, and the man's is that beside God. Such a relationship may give you a high amount of satisfaction in the short term, but those feelings will quickly change, the eyes will start to roam, the desire for something novel will grow, and the cold heart will move on to something more exciting, causing the relationship to deteriorate or end. So true, Roosh. You write very well. If you find a woman who doesn't have God in her life, no matter how beautiful or moral she may be, her thoughts, words, and deeds are being driven by a secular and materialistic foundation. She may give you pleasure in the here and now. She may even give you children, but what happens when she inevitably gets bored of you and tired of being your wife? We already know, guys. She moves on. She monkey branches. It's just your turn. Remember that. If you're just doing it red pill style, it's just your turn. Now, I'm going to intercede here, and I think that it's good to know certain game tactics, certain ways to make your Christian wife feel some tingles for you every now and then. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as the relationship is built on the foundation of God to man to woman to child, the Christian family foundation. So many marriages are not built on this, and we see a divorce rate of around 50%. Sometimes it fluctuates to 49%, sometimes it fluctuates to 51%, but on average we've had 51% divorces since the late 60s because we gave up our faith for feminism. That's why. Let's keep reading. What happens when another man offers her a better deal that makes her believe she will be happier? Besides, how loyal can a secular woman really be? Outside of our loyalty to Christ, there is no loyalty among man And what may seem like loyalty to you is really a feeling of resignation. You're the best she could get from sampling all the other goods on the sexual market. She stays with you just like how I stay with the car I'm driving. It would be too arduous and perhaps too expensive to swap it for another. I'll deal with it until it's completely broken down, which in the secular female minds means I'm not happy or I'm bored. Agreed. Yep. I mean, this stuff is all straightforward. I'm just kind of skimming through it now. But yes, a devout Christian woman has loyalty to Christ, and she serves him through her husband, as the husband is the little church priest in their sacrament of marriage. It is a big deal, guys. It is a big deal. Satan will tempt her, and she may make mistakes, but we pray that such a woman can maintain her faith and serve her husband as he serves her. Yeah, and then he goes on to talk about how game, it just doesn't last, folks. It doesn't last. There needs to be a foundation. There needs to be a foundation. And folks, I also do believe that you should marry down if you're a man. Let the women marry up. If you're a 9, marry a 7 or an 8. If you're a 6, marry a 5 or a 4. It is what it is. But that's how you do it. That's good, folks. I'm not going to go too far into this. I'm not going to read his entire article. Definitely check out Roosh's site and follow him on Twitter. I think he's here on Social Galactic as well. But yeah, I was asked what my thoughts were on it, and I mean, I completely agree. You need to do your best to find a Christian woman. We got our friend in Switzerland out there who's trying to date during this pandemic, and let me tell you, my friend, you're young, you have plenty of time, and I know it's lonely out there, and I know it's hard, but try not to fall into the trap of fornication and dating secular women. And I know that's hard in Western Europe, which is why I told you to date in Eastern Europe. Like, I don't know what the train or plane situation is like to go from Switzerland to Poland, but you should try it, because I'm pretty sure there are a lot of Christian Catholic girls in Poland who would be the right fit if you can get over the language barrier. All right, folks, that's my thoughts on the article. Thanks for watching.